Welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter Mokry, a Dallas-based DP, photographer, gaffer with a 1-ton grip van full of aperture lighting, and I am available for hire. In today's video, I'm going to go into a little bit of gear prep and kind of give you guys an update on the channel and what's been going on lately. I am actually in my storage unit. This is where I keep a lot of my stands, my carts, a lot of what I call my dry stuff that doesn't really have to be climate controlled too well or kept up with. You know, even if you're in a climate controlled facility, a lot of times you can still get humidity, you can get rodents, you could get, you know, many different things. So I don't keep any electronics in storage ever. So I've been very busy the last few weeks, actually since March, and also the next coming month, this whole month of April is going to be pretty hectic for me as well. I have multiple shoot days today. I have a shoot in 2 hours that I need to prep a little bit of gear for. The following day is a pre-light, and then I have a full-on shoot right after the pre-light. And then the following day is the shoot from the pre-light. The day after that is product photography. And then I have one of those dental shoots coming up. I mean, a lot of stuff is going on. And then I'm just keep getting booked out. And I really appreciate everyone that reaches out to me to hire me out. Thank you so much. Also, we just reached 18,000 subscribers on the channel, which is amazing. Thank you so much, guys. There's a lot of milestones ahead that I hope to reach, but I really want to say thank you to everyone that supports the channel, comments, shares. I know I'm a little behind on responding to comments right now. I've been so busy. I haven't had the opportunity, but thank you so much to each and every one of you that supports the channel, watches the videos. It really means a lot, and it helps me keep pushing forward to keep doing this. When I get booked up for a gig where I'm bringing my van, I like to communicate with the production company, the DP, whoever's going to make some judgment calls when it comes to grip and electric, lighting, things like that, and figure out what's best for the situation. Sometimes I could just roll in with this cart right here. It has all my C stands on it. It's tight spaces. We could get away with C stands, very small lights, nothing too complex. We could do book lights with that setup and everything. But then there's other situations where we have to kind of move quickly and we're moving from one spot to the other in a location. And you've seen that in other vlogs where I have the ability to use rolling stands. So I'll bring rolling stands. If we need a Dana dolly, you know, I do keep a couple of low boys on the van. But the thing is sometimes we have to bring in these little guys, which are Matthew's slider stands, or yeah, I think they're called slider stands, and they're a lot smaller and can get a lot lower. So then we don't have to use Apple boxes to get the camera a lot lower. Here's a fun fact for you guys. I used to have an antique booth. I purchased a couple of vintage cameras, and then I had an opportunity to purchase a lot of vintage cameras. Like I'm talking about 5,000 of them. And I had the funds at the time. I was like, you know what? Maybe I could start selling these. And this was back in 2018 is when I did that. So I ended up purchasing them, opening an antique booth, and all I had was vintage film cameras, movie cameras, and also lenses and accessories. And I filled up this whole space with them. I didn't sell anything on eBay or shipped it at all. And I just had an assortment of things. And I have people travel from all across the USA just to come to my shop and check out the stuff, because you could actually go there, open up a display, and there was hundreds of lenses you could actually take and attach to your camera and test them out, whether you were using them for video or if you're still using them with the film cameras that they were intended for. So I have some leftovers. A lot of the stuff is pretty much sold off and gone because it got too overwhelming to also run my production company as well. But like here, a lot of cool things. Like I have vintage light meters. So stuff like this was really cool to work with and have. And just, you know, the way that stuff was built back in the day was a lot different. Here we have some old Eastman sealed. It's still sealed off Ektachrome film. And I think this is 16 millimeter. So old film, which is something just, I think it's a good thing to keep and not get rid of. I got plenty of film canisters, Fujifilm, film reels, things like that. I I kind of didn't want it to go to waste, and it really is nice decor. And then even like wooden tripods. Ugh, don't hit my head. Ugh, this guy is huge and heavy, but it's a vintage movie tripod. So that's really cool to have something like that to keep around. So that was actually something that kept me going during COVID, because there was a spike of people getting into film. They had the stimulus checks coming in. People had just a lot of time on their hands, so they picked up hobbies. So I was able to offset my reduction in production, and was able to focus on that a lot and be able to, pay my bills and keep myself afloat. So I'm loading up my heavy duty grip cart. This has 11 C stands on it. I have about six rolling stands on it, and then all my grip stuff. Down below I have stingers, shot bags, and then clamps. That's just all grip. There's actually no lighting on this cart. There's even a ladder attached to the side. So I'm going to load that up into the van. You can actually check out my new lift in action. So I have a wireless remote right here. So now I'm going to lift up, and then I'm going to level it. All right. And then we're going to go up. So it did everything just fine instead of pushing this heavy beast up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cheat the lift. I'm going to lift the back side of it, and it's going to help me push my cart in, make it that much easier. So instead of me having to push it up a slant or anything like that, I can make whatever adjustments I need to push this guy in. Next thing I do is I have to secure my load. So I'm going to take these ratchet straps I have set up and secure my load. They click in here. And I'm going to go towards my shelving first, and then go outwards. So what it's going to do is it's going to pull everything in towards the shelving. Get that started, and then get this guy going on the other side. And this has actually been a huge help. I've been a lot more efficient. I could get in and out of places a lot quicker, and it's been great not having to deal with those ramps that I had before. Not that they were the worst thing, but they weren't the best thing. That ain't going nowhere. This lift has been amazing. It has saved my back. It has saved time. The efficiency on set is amazing. It's great all around. Now you do sacrifice a few things. One being, you don't get a spare tire anymore. So you've got to be careful with that, and you got to be smart about that, or take it with you. So sometimes when I do long trips, I take my spare tire with me and load it inside somehow to make things a little bit more convenient in that aspect. How am I going to get this camera out? All right. Can I crawl through here, or can I get in through here? Oh. The things I do for YouTube. Oh. Oh. Just got loaded up with all my gear, and I'm heading off to my shoot that I have today. It should be simple. I actually have the help of two people that are on YouTube, and they're actually really great guys. One of them is Lens of Jared, and the other one is S the Shooter. They actually got me on a previous shoot as a gaffer, and the client reached out to me directly to bring me on as a gaffer. And I don't know if their information dropped off the list or what, but I made sure to get them on this gig because they gave me work. So I got to make sure I can, you know, repay them and honor their referral as best as I can. And that's something that's really important because the client would have likely allowed me to just, hey, take whoever you want on to help you out and it'll be fine. But that's not the right thing to do, and that's not how to build up relationships. So I made sure as soon as I found out that I had the ability to bring someone on, the first call were the people that brought me on the last time. So that's something really important to keep relationships going. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. I'm keeping this one short. I have a lot in the pipeline, so stay tuned next week. Hopefully I could get something out to you guys next Monday.